I am doing This Week in Astrology for February 18th through 24th, 2024. The big highlight this week will be the full moon on Saturday the 24th at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. This full moon will be in Virgo and the sun is clearly in Pisces. This opposition in astrology pulls at both our mind and our deep emotions. While life is always about trying to balance life's daily demands with the complex patterns of our emotional conditions, such as our emotional nature and our spiritual soul, this full moon asks us to look at our physical health and see if we are in alignment with our spiritual well-being. To expand spiritually, it helps tremendously if our physical body has what it needs to vibrate to those higher frequencies with less effort. This full moon can point out where we are weak and lacking something essential for our next level of growth. While we are all here to learn to enjoy work and to find ways to be of service to others, we also have to learn to navigate our own self-critic and learn to embrace all our odd and unusual aspects. This week, leading up to the full moon, expect feelings that can seem to threaten to overwhelm us. It can feel as if so much is happening that we have to let things out. Just remember that when so much energy is moving all at once, our rational and realistic side may not be able to make sense out of those intense feelings in that moment. Fortunately, the full moon, in reference with Mercury and Saturn, can be quite contemplative, and in doing that, take a moment to pause and observe. You might just have some amazing revelations. Then, with Jupiter in harmony with all the above, the overall effect is quite encouraging. This week, with the sun in Pisces, we are in the mood to dream and feel a sense of obligation to help others, to share wisdom. If one uses this Pisces sun negatively, you might feel as if you are a victim of these terrible global circumstances. Do not step away from the truth. Step towards life and remember that passivity is not the way to growth. Mercury will go into Pisces on the 23rd, and that adds even more energy to our sensitive nature. Intuitive sensing is heightened, and we are being encouraged to make sense out of our current spiritual experiences. Venus is dancing strong with Aquarius, and this will give us a feeling that wants to love others, support greater freedoms, and approach things with a more open mind. Jupiter in Taurus reminds us that growth starts first in the roots, and only when the roots are strongly attached and anchored to good soil will we see the growth we are seeking. Patience is necessary right now, as many things are percolating below the surface, and know that it is not yet time for them to flower. This week illuminates the needs of our emotional selves with starting things with less conventional approach. On February 22nd, Venus and Mars will conjunct, and when the planet of love tries to dance with the god of war, let's just say it could be a passionate eruption of sorts that is intended to break down resistance and move all of us towards more connection. The message this week is that we need to put the ego to the side in favor of a more spiritual approach to do what is needed and calling us to wakefulness. Seems that this week is about looking at our intentions and to do real steps that will allow us to solve larger global issues. Thanks, everyone.